Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital fans, here are your weekly spoilers for April 28th through May 2nd. We'll see Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard saved, Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms getting a threat, and Drew Kane Quartermain Cameron Matheson set up. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, April 28th, Season 62, Episode 160. First, Sonny Corinthos is in grave danger. That naughty nurse is trying to inject his IV with something sketchy. On Friday, he started to wake up. But he's post-op, so he should be pretty groggy. It's not clear if he whacks her with the tray or she gets the drug in there. Remember, the nurse turned off the heart rate monitor. Monday, Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright walks into Sonny's room at the clinic. She's completely shocked. Hopefully, the assassin nurse has been knocked out. Maybe he had enough strength left in him. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grand, receives a gift. And we'll see if that's after things blow up with her very angry daughters. Because Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, and Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Baganos both want answers. They confront her about the commitment papers. Christina is furious at her mom. She tells Alexis that she did this behind her back. Of course, now Alexis is in this terrible spot. How is she going to explain it? Alexis could just flat out lie and say, "Oh, well, I thought you had some depression issues." This is an awkward situation that could rip the Davis girls apart. Plus, Trina Robinson, Tayana Ali, and Kai Jens Austin Astrup are at the Savoy enjoying a night out before he has his surgery. And Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner greets Trina and Kai. Of course, Trina's happy to see her dad. But Kai wants to talk to Curtis alone. He offers him an apology, and it must be about him doing the surgery against Curtis's advice. He's a good kid. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Gio is looking for help from Emma about something. And Brad Cooper, Perry Shen, is in a snit. He's very upset at Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. She flipped the script and is now blackmailing him. He tells her that this new deal sucks. Portia may amp up the pressure for him to find something she can use against Drew Kane. Also, Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, tells Gio he may want to rethink supporting Sonny. Meanwhile, Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, meets with Curtis. She wants to give him a heads up. I'm sure it is that she's working for Sidwell Carlo Rhoda. She is going to look like she is conspiring with Drew and probably Ezra. And he's going to see some things that she probably wants to get out in front of. Emma tells Professor Dalton that she thinks he's going to be very impressed. Of course, this is her lobbying for that assistant job. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, reports back to Vaughn. But it doesn't look good, and he wonders if she is already failing at her first assignment. Obviously, she's going to tell him about the briefcase. And I don't think she's going to fail. She's just going to have to do something drastic. Tuesday, April 29th is Season 62, Episode 161 of GH. Spoilers say Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, is suspicious, and there's so many things that could be about. Marco and Lucas Jones, Ryan Carnes get closer. I'm guessing they're going to be having sexy time soon. So, how long until Brad Cooper spots hottie Marco lurking around at GH to see his new honey Lucas? He'll be pretty jealous. Plus, Tracy unpacks some shocking info to Gio. She's going to try and write a reality check about Sonny's gangster influence. Gio may not know that Sonny killed AJ Quartermain. I think she's going to have to fill him in on some facts from Sonny's history if she wants him to take a closer look at Sonny. Portia Robinson walks in on Curtis Ashford and Jordan Ashford. Obviously, they're just chatting. There's nothing suspicious, but they're probably talking about Drew and Sidwell. Are Portia's spidey senses tingling? Because she is still really paranoid about Drew busting her out for what she has done. Speaking of the creepy congressman, well, Drew's going to make a public scene. So, he may be doing what Sidwell encouraged him to do to try and sway voters against Sonny. They want to influence their choice for the Esplanade. We'll see, but karma is coming for the congressman. That GH blindside on Friday was great, that it was Drew that bribed the lady at the clinic to say that Michael Corinthos, Chad Jewell didn't want to see Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen. I was expecting Carly to try and get Willow banned. Or Carly to ask Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, to get her banned. But for it to be Drew, that was great. I appreciated that. Wednesday, April 30th, Season 62, Episode 162 spoilers say Willow Tate is back to Port Charles. But her homecoming is not entirely pleasant. Is she going to find the saucy little hooker in Drew's bed? Another spoiler for Wednesday says Nina has second thoughts, and if it's about setting Drew up, it may already be too late if said hooker is in bed with him already. Brennan shares a theory, and it may be about Sonny's latest assassination attempt. Plus, Alexis Davis is venting to Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havins, and I wonder if it's about Ava Jerome, Maura West. Or Lulu may talk to Alexis about her story. Since Alexis gave up Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco for adoption. Also, Laura Spencer, Jeannie Francis, and Curtis Ashford put their heads together. On Thursday, May 1st, we're on episode 163 of the current season of General Hospital. Spoilers: CBLQ opens up to Tracy. Also, Drew pleads his case, and this may be to Willow if he was caught with his pants literally down. Laura Spencer warns Lulu Spencer about something, maybe about blabbing to Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprigna. Chase asks Dante for something. Also, Jocelyn Jax comes up with a plan. Obviously, she's got to get Emma out of the way to be Professor Dalton's assistant as her assignment says. Friday, May 2nd is episode 164 of season 62. Spoilers confirm Maxie Jones gets an ultimatum. It may even be something more like a threat. Maybe Sidwell demands they rehire Natalia. If you remember, he promised his ex-wife if she was loyal to him, he'd help her with the deception situation. And with Marco, Dante Falconeri and Lulu Spencer have a very emotional talk. Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofer, is put on the spot and it may be about the saint. Ignatius lie. Nina debriefs with Carly, and this may be about her hooker plan she cooked up. And is Carly mystified when Nina says Michael refused the visit? Also, Max Scorpio, John J. York, learns about a crime, maybe about breaking, maybe about blackmail. Don't miss next week as General Hospital gets deeper into May Sweeps 2025. Spring may be blooming in Port Charles, but the atmosphere is anything but sunny as secrets unravel, enemies close in, and trust begins to crumble. During the week of April 28 to May 2, General Hospital brings high-stakes drama, shocking revelations, and a web of manipulation that could change everything. From Maxie Jones stumbling into danger to Sonny Corinthos facing betrayal from within, the hits just keep coming. Maxie's world turns dangerous. Maxie Jones has always had a knack for trouble, but this week it finds her in a way she never expected. After a cryptic message left on her doorstep, a simple envelope containing only a picture of her children, Maxie is thrown into a panic. She brushes it off, at first, assuming it's a prank or a misunderstanding. But when she receives a second envelope, this time with a photo of herself taken just the day before, she knows someone is watching. Concerned for her family's safety, Maxie turns to Spinelli, who immediately jumps into protective mode. His cyber skills may be sharp, but the enemy they're up against is cunning. As Spinelli digs deeper into the origins of the threats, he uncovers a trail that leads back to someone Maxie thought was long gone. Could this be connected to Peter August's lingering legacy? Or is a new enemy targeting Maxie as a way to manipulate Spinelli? By midweek, Maxie's paranoia intensifies. She notices a man following her outside Kelly's and confronts him, only to have him slip away without a trace. Dante steps in when Maxie reports the incident, and what he finds on nearby surveillance footage chills everyone to the core. The stalker isn't just watching, he's escalating. And the next move could be deadly. Sonny's circle shrinks as danger closes in. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos is grappling with a threat that cuts much deeper than gunfire or mob wars. Trust. And the people he once depended on are no longer the rock-solid allies they once were. His strained relationship with Ava takes a sharper turn as he begins to question her intentions, especially as her involvement with Nina seems to deepen again. Nina, for her part, continues her silent campaign to win back Sonny's heart, but he's not biting. Instead, Sonny begins leaning more into his instincts, and what they're telling him isn't pretty. Someone close is feeding his enemies information. Sonny's suspicions zero in on someone unexpected, Brick. After a strange interaction and a missed communication about a warehouse meeting, Sonny begins to believe Brick may be playing both sides. Jason warns Sonny to tread carefully, reminding him that paranoia can be just as dangerous as betrayal. But when an ambush occurs during a routine shipment, an attack that had to be an inside job, Sonny explodes. With Carly back in his orbit more than ever thanks to Michael and Willow's renewed efforts to keep the family together, Sonny finds a strange sense of peace, until he realizes that even Carly has secrets. When he overhears a portion of her conversation with Drew, Sonny begins piecing together a truth that hits too close to home. There's a conspiracy brewing, and he's the target. By week's end, Sonny receives an anonymous text with one chilling line: "You won't see the knife until it's already in your back." Drew gets played, and he knows it. Drew Kane thought he was finally rebuilding his life. Between Aurora's steady growth and his renewed partnership with Carly, things were looking up. But the business world is as cutthroat as the mob, and this week, Drew finds himself at the center of a hostile takeover attempt he never saw coming. After closing a deal with a mysterious investor named Callum Wolfe, Drew is blindsided when he discovers that Callum has ties to Valentine, and even worse, possibly to Pikeman. It becomes clear that the entire investment pitch was a setup designed to fracture Drew's position and weaken his company. When he confronts Callum, the man only smirks and says, "It's not personal, Kane. Just strategy." But it feels personal to Drew, especially when he learns that someone inside Aurora leaked sensitive intel. At first, his gut tells him it's Ned, still bitter over the ELQ drama, but as he digs deeper, the trail leads to someone he never would have expected: Christina. Whether she's involved willingly or unknowingly is unclear, but Christina's community center project seems suspiciously well funded for someone who's always struggled for grants. Drew puts the pieces together just as Christina realizes something's wrong herself. The tension between them is poised to explode, and Alexis is caught in the middle, trying to mediate before things get even uglier. Also this week in Port Charles, Anna and Valentine square off again, as Anna uncovers new documents suggesting Valentine hasn't cut ties with Pikeman after all. The tension between them boils over at the Metro Court, where a private conversation becomes very public. Trina returns from her trip with a secret of her own, and it has everything to do with a certain young Cassadine. Spencer's absence looms large, but Trina's recent behavior makes Jocelyn suspicious. Did Trina reunite with Spencer in secret? Brooklyn and Chase plan their wedding, but with Gloria Cerullo back in town and already causing chaos, Brooklyn begins to wonder if a wedding in Port Charles can ever go smoothly. Elizabeth faces a moral dilemma when she learns something disturbing about a patient's family, and the person hiding the truth is someone she's grown to trust. Laura gets a surprise visitor from her past who may hold the key to a mystery that's been haunting her for months. But welcoming this person into her home could put her and Ace in danger. Coming next week, a shocking confession rocks the Corinthos family. Maxie makes a decision that could change her life forever. Drew launches a counterattack, but at what cost? Sonny sets a trap for the traitor in his ranks. And Jason receives a message that shakes him to his core. Port Charles is a town that thrives on secrets, but this week, those secrets are coming to light, whether anyone's ready or not. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.